Often, we don't see things as they truly are. Here's a world map Australians use because they're tired of their country being placed in the bottom right corner. It places south on top and east on the left. And the world seems upside down to us, but why should Australians always be upside down? As strange as it may seem, this map is just as accurate as the ones that put Europe in the center and at the top. This representation is a convention established in the 15th century during Europe's Age of Discovery, but the Earth actually has no top or bottom. Nothing stops a Chinese, Australian, or Papuan from centering themselves or showing the world from bottom to top or east to west, nor an American from putting themselves in the map's middle, even if it splits the world. Anyway, no matter what you choose, by flattening the world, you are going to distort it. Because all world maps have one thing in common: they lie to us. Insofar as they do not represent reality as it is. To see for yourself, go to truesize.com, a great website that lets you compare the real sizes of countries on a map that uses the most commonly used projection, the Mercator projection. This way of representing the world gives more importance to areas near the poles than to those near the equator. They preserve angles, but distort areas. As a result, South America, which on the map looks smaller than Greenland, is actually 8 times larger. Similarly, Alaska appears as gigantic as Brazil, which is actually 5 times larger. Another way to realize the incredible stretching of surfaces as you get closer to the poles with this projection is to move France up into the far north. And there it is, monstrous. Similarly, Africa looks about the same size as Greenland, but it's actually nearly 15 times bigger. In fact, Africa is so large that you could actually fit India, China, the United States, Europe, and Japan all together inside it. This continent, crossed by the equator, appears smaller than it is because of its position, and Russia, with its 17 million square kilometers, seems much larger than Africa, which actually has 30 million. If Colombia, Tanzania, or Chad seem to be about the same size as France on this map, that's not the case in reality. And here is France compared in size to the DRC. When you move it down from the latitudes where it is, Great Britain becomes ridiculously small compared to its former colonies. Here, compared to India or placed next to Australia. Almost all European countries could fit inside this country. A lesson in geographical humility. Finally, the most striking example is probably Antarctica, which appears on this distorted map as the largest of all the continents, when in reality it's only the 5th largest by area. While there are many other ways besides the Mercator projection to flatten a sphere, all of them, without exception, distort reality. There is no perfect solution. To understand these distortions, we can use the technique invented by the cartographer Nicolas Tissot, which involves using circles that undergo the same distortions as the map. From then on, we can see perfect circles being distorted and stretched, depending on the type of projection used. And we can clearly see here that the Mercator projection gives more importance to areas near the poles, with the advantage of preserving angles and therefore keeping the circles perfectly round everywhere. The Gall-Peters projection, shown here, preserves the proportions between actual surface sizes and those on the map. The country's sizes are kept, but their shapes get stretched. Man likes the world to bend to his desires, and when it comes to maps, he hasn't held back. Flattening everything distorts the globe's straight lines, making it impossible to answer. If you go straight ahead, where will you end up? This is the question that the cartographer Andy Woodruff wanted to answer by creating a series of surprising maps which show where you end up if you go straight ahead, when you're standing facing the ocean, facing the sea. The result of his work is magical. Some beaches in northern Canada face Australia. There are beaches in southern Spain that face Tierra del Fuego. Then, from a purely geometric point of view, the shortest way to get to the other side of the world is to go straight through it. And the Antipodes map website lets you find the position that is diametrically opposite to where you are. You have your side of the world, and that's your other side of the world. The hardest part is finding a spot that doesn't end up in water. If you dig straight from the Amazon, you'll reach Borneo. Tierra del Fuego faces eastern Siberia, and southern Spain faces northern New Zealand. Whether you go up to Paris or down to Marseille from space, our world makes no sense. From there, we all seem upside down. This view is worth as much as that one, which is worth as much as this one, which is worth as much as that one. And I'm losing my bearings, totally out of it, all turned around. No one is at the center of the world. It's us who assign it one, except that we are all at the center of our own observable universe. A sphere 450,000 trillion kilometers wide, centered on Earth. A bubble that includes all the points in space close enough to us for their light to have had time to reach us. At the center of the largest image of the universe we can see. We are at the center of this map, and beyond that, for us, it's terra incognita. Keep your head up. And if you're across the world, I bow low to you. 2 doors, one to eternity, one to your death date. Which do you choose? Afterward, clicking here or there does nothing, but clicking here could help us work full time.